So Kristen, I'm so happy to be talking with you today. And I want to just introduce to the world uh, Kristen Zurich from Ballet Physique. And we're here in our lovely homes, just reconnecting and finding out how it is going in the land of shelter in place and now safer at home and all those other stay-at-home rules that are out there for small businesses in our entire planet. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me, and really let's just talk. How's it going? I mean, what's it like for you right today? I mean, what did you do today in terms of your business, your home life, or how's it going?
It's going pretty well. We're really fortunate in that we've got a 2.5-year-old who is a great little kid, and he's, at that age where everything is exciting and new, and he's very verbal and emotive. He is in daycare a couple of days a week so that we can work. So it's just a wonderful balance of spending time with him and getting some time to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened over there. I think he just dropped his string shoes or something. And so my husband works from home now. He works for the county of Denver. It's been wonderful for him to have that. And then of course I get to work on my business, which is very flexible because I own it. So it's just a really fun work-life balance that we're experiencing now that we haven't had in a very long time. And personally, I'm a very fast-paced person, and my mind is always going a mile a minute. But I found myself slowing down and really savoring the time with my son. Not to say that I wasn't always doing that, but I would get home at 7:30 and only have time to put him to bed. And now I'm getting to spend time with him throughout the day. And, that's definitely a blessing. There's a lot of good that's coming out of this for me personally. I know not everybody has the luxury to work from home and have their kid in part-time daycare, but we've really been in a good place. As far as what I did today, and every day is a little different. I'm not on a regimen like so many people are. I mean, the very first day that we were on lockdown, I put together a schedule that was like every 30 minutes, here's exactly what's happening. And then after 2 days, like I just threw that in garbage because like that wasn't fun. Who needs that? So it's pretty fluid. I wake up around 6:37. I sleep a lot longer than I used to, going to bed late, binge watching Homeland at night, couple glasses of wine. During the day, I get up, I have coffee, I take care of my inbox. I work on the streaming studio, making sure new content's being released, social media, calling back clients who have questions about their memberships. Mm-hmm. So that happens throughout the day. Usually I'll either go to the studio with Julian, which is kind of fun because it's like our own private space. It's like a kid's paradise with all the mirrors and fitness equipment in there. So we went there today, and Julian made what he calls the not nice robots out of the yoga blocks. So he stacked up like 5 piles of yoga blocks, and then he grabbed a paper towel roll, used it as a lightsaber, and then destroyed all of the robots.
Oh, that's great.
And it's been really fun. We do that a couple of times a week. We went to the chocolate store. The woman working behind the counter, it's across the street from the studio. So we went in there to reward Julian for being a good boy. And she was so happy because we were the only customer she's had the whole day, or in a few days. And so, yeah, we try to get out of the house, a couple times a day. Mm-hmm. But it's been really, really low key. I'm not working out every single day. I'm not eating healthy necessarily every day, and not even taking a shower every single day. It's what most people are experiencing at this time, and I've just given myself some grace and not pushing myself so hard. It's been awesome.
Oh, that's good. I think that's good that you're taking time to appreciate more time, right? I mean, it's kind of a weird, we were nervous at first. Oh my goodness, we can't leave our house. But then all of these other nice things start happening because we're home. And how we take care of ourselves is a little differently also. And what we've decided is a priority has changed too. I think that's really a great I think that's the best gift of all of this, is that, a lot of us have been able to do that. Um, One thing is, for me, I'm a client. I know how you're serving the community. I see some of it, but I know you're doing it in other ways as well. And so, what do you think is like the best thing that's happening right now for your business and how you're serving your community? What do you like that you're doing that's fun and helping everybody out the best you can?
Yeah, there's a couple things we're doing that I'm really proud of and that seem to be working well. And we can get into more depth with the online component of the business, but we're fortunate to have an online studio with streaming classes and on-demand classes. So we've been offering all of our members access to those classes for free. For those who are continuing to support us. I mean, even people who are supporting us, with lower dollar amounts. Like, we really want to thank people by giving them access to the online classes, just for their effort in, keeping our Littleton studio propped up so that we have enough cash flow to pay our employees and to pay our essential expenses. So we're kind of using that as it was at first kind of just like a stopgap measure. Like, we know you guys can't come here, so we're going to give you access to the online classes.
Oh,
And what we found out is that people who normally would not take classes online are thoroughly enjoying the online classes, and they're pleasantly surprised at how motivating they are. They really love seeing the instructors that they use to take class from twice a week on the screen. It makes them feel, or we're hearing that it makes them feel like the instructor's actually looking at them, and is going to get mad if they get up and go to the refrigerator. So that's been great. And then we just started doing live classes on Instagram every Friday. We've only done 2, but we're planning to do at least 2 more. And maybe we're going to keep these going on a permanent basis. It's been kind of fun to see instructors in their houses and, instructors with their cats and with their babies, but still providing the same studio quality experience, even without the fancy lights and, the fancy carpet and all the different equipment that we have in the studio. The workouts have been surprisingly good, and the personalities of the teachers is coming out. And I'm not a big Instagram person. I don't typically use it on a daily basis. I'm too busy running the business, so I have people to help me with the social media. But as a consumer, as somebody who's been doing the live Instagram classes, I'm realizing the power of, like, all the positive power of social media. Because when you're working out, you see everybody who's joining it. I recognize their faces. They're making comments like, "Oh, Joanna, you just destroyed my butt. That was a killer move." And you're seeing people responding to the workout in real time. And it doesn't really take the place of the live in studio class,
Right.
but it certainly comes close at times. And that's been really fun. And I think between those 2 things, people are staying very well connected to the community. And even though what we do is such a high touch, intimate experience, through technology, we're able to stay very well connected. And I'm surprised by that, pleasantly.
Yeah, I've never done an Instagram live class participation thing, and I was like, wow, this is great. And it does feel like, well, first that they can see you through the camera, and even in the streaming classes, it seems like I can't fall out of this exercise because I'm in class. It's just, that's what I really like about it. And I'm more mindful about what I'm doing in terms of the classes. Like, I'm not doing as many as I was because I decided I better do some cardio. So now I'm doing more cardio, but I'm still doing my Ballet Physique classes, and it's really a great balance. So that's a nice change for me. And so now I know how you're serving us as a community. What can the community do for you? Or how can we support you in a way that you're not getting now? Or maybe you don't need anything. I mean, you don't have to say that you need more support, or maybe you're happy with what's happening. Just whatever your heart feels.
I'm honestly really happy with what's happening. I have been, I don't want to say I've been surprised by the generosity of people,
Mhm.
because we have a very unique clientele. Everybody is really close knit. It's like the epitome of like a Mayberry business. I mean, everybody knows everybody, and everybody wants to support their fellow barmaids and instructors. And so without having to do a lot of like outreach, without having to ask, we've seen a lot of funding come in from people purchasing gift cards, people making $5 and $10 and $15 donations to these Instagram classes,
Mhm.
and people offering to keep their memberships active even while the studio's closed. That's
Mhm.
amazing to me. But of course, we'd love to see more of that, because we don't know if we're going to get funding from the government. You know, everybody knows about the PPP loans,
Right.
and I went above and beyond, like so many business owners, to get that application in the minute that it opened up to the public.
Mhm.
And I mean, you know, there was nothing we can do. We didn't end up getting funding in the first round, and I think now we're in the queue for the second round. We may or may not get it. So if we don't get funding, you know, things are going to be really tight in a few weeks, to the point where we may not be able to pay our rent. So far, we have been able to, you know, push through and still pay our staff half of what they would have normally earned.
Mhm.
But it'd be great if we could pay them 100% of what they would normally earn. Because right now, most of us are on unemployment, and been great. Those benefits are very generous, but I want to be able to pay my people and bring them back the day we reopen. So small dollar donations, gift card purchases, keeping memberships active for people who have the financial means to do so. And then beyond that, just trying the streaming service. Just try it and tell your friends about it, because it's high quality, it's good stuff. And
Yes,
that
stuff. Sometimes I think the classes are harder than if you the go to the studio, but it's a different hard because you put your own pressure on you when you're with other people in the studio. But then my husband said, well, what makes you, how did he say it? What makes you complete the workout? Like, you know, in you're just downstairs watching it on the TV. And it's like, well, because I don't know, it's like wired in you. I'm gonna complete it, and I'm not gonna cheat or lay on the floor for half the exercise because it hurts or whatever. You know, it's a weird thing. And the streaming app is fabulous. You can do arms for 10 minutes, or abs, or booty, or cardio. There's cardio for 6 minutes. And I was like, oh,
yeah, today
cardio. They're all
I did
incredibly intense for for that short pocket of time, or for the traditional hour class, which is just as wonderful too. So, I mean, my advice is try it out. Do
yeah,
it.
I did 30 minutes this morning. 20 minutes of like a booty band workout,
Oh,
which was, to your point, harder than some of the classes I've taken in the live studio. And then Michael and Julian were sitting there eating breakfast and saying, wow, look at mommy. And I said, yeah, Michael, why don't you get down here and try to do this? And he was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I did 20 minutes of booty, and then I did 10 minutes of abs, and it was fabulous. I feel great. You know, I feel better when I do that 30 minutes than the days I don't work out, than the days I just go for a walk. So it makes a difference. And I think bundling it with additional cardio, getting outside, whatever it is you do, is perfect. That's the balance that we all need. You know, nobody should just do one thing. You can't just go to bar 6 days a week and nothing else. But bar should be a part of whatever you're doing, because it's that technical precision and commitment, perseverance. And that's why you're not leaving the basement, you know, 15 minutes in, because that perseverance has been sort of ingrained in your mind and body.
mhm. That's true. That is true. And I went to see a chiropractor for various reasons. Well, I haven't gone in a couple years anyway. And I told him that I was doing bar class, and he said, just keep doing that bar class, because one of the things that's really important is what it's doing to your spine, strengthening your spine, and also stretching it, which I didn't realize. I mean, I know it was doing something good, but I'm getting tune-ups instead of like an overhaul, which I thought
Nice.
needed an overhaul, but it's just really a tune-up. And so that was just good validation for me as well, to know that I'm taking care of my spine, because as we age, you know, especially women, it can be a real problem. So,
Yep.
And then I don't know, is there anything else you'd like to share before we say goodbye to everyone in the community of Instagram and whoever else is in the audience listening to you? What would you like to share from your heart?
Well, a lot of our members, our local students, are wondering when we're going to reopen, and I can't offer a date right now. I am sort of beholden to the guidelines coming from the state and the county.
Mhm.
I would love to reopen tomorrow, but we need to have confidence that we can do it safely. And when we do it, it's going to be great. Yeah, there might be a few annoying things we have to do, like wear masks, but maybe we'll get some really cute Ballet Physique masks printed for y'all, and we'll be styling it up. But yeah, I'm hoping that in another 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, we'll be back in business. But right now, all I can offer is that we're still here virtually. People can call me or email me if they want to talk, if they have a question, and that as soon as we're allowed to do something, we're going to bring Ballet Physique back to the community, whether that's through classes in the park or personal training or small groups of personal training.
Mhm.
We're making a plan, and we're always thinking of our students and our community, and we are very blessed to have that community, and we're very thankful of all the support we have.
Well,
And join us on Instagram on Friday at 9:30.
yes, and join Instagram. Yes, yes, join Instagram at 9:30. And I just really appreciate the relationship that you and I have formed, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me and share a little bit more about what's going on with Ballet Physique and you, and we'll stay tuned. So thank you, Kristen.
Stay tuned.
Have
Thank you,
a
Shannon.
You bet. Have a
Have a great
very
day.
good day. All right. Bye. I'm just gonna